Welcome back, guys. Episode 3 of Ostriv. And before we start, I have the game paused and I want to explain something. As you can see, we have 9 houses. That is, all 9 families are going to make it through the winter. Now, if you follow the series on the last episode, one of the families left because it wasn't enough houses or wasn't enough houses done in time for winter. So I have started again. And I left it exactly at the same point where we left on the last series, because I want you to watch as well how the game can change from having 7 families to 9. So now we have 9 families. A fishing dock is starting to come up. We have the thatchery. And of course we have the smithy, which, by the way, I have taken the worker out for a second, but we'll deal with that in a second. And we have the foresters, 2 guys working there making firewood. 134, look at that. Brilliant. And we are only working about 70%, 80% maybe. Okay, so I'm going to let him go, start doing the things, and there's a few things that we are going to show you. I want to show you this menu here, the population information panel. As you will see here, we have sufficient water supply, as you can see in green, but we don't have a market and we don't have housing available. Okay, and jobs are available, so plenty of them. Okay, now as you can see, this guy's starting to move out to the new house. The tent just came down, and I have started to do a trading post as well, because this is going to be really important and we will get to that eventually. Okay, now we need a couple of things. The first thing that these guys are asking for is the market. Now, don't confuse the trading post with the market. So let's go to the market second. And the market is this market stall, a little tiny thing in here. Okay, let me rotate this a bit and you'll see better. Now, where we're going to put this fella? Right, I think it should be somewhere around this area here. What do you think, guys? I think that that's going to be a good thing. Let's go put it around here somewhere. Let's see how it goes. Let me rotate it just a tad, maybe there, somewhere there. Yeah, let's go. Okay, now as you can see, when you build the market, you don't need construction. It happens automatically. Okay, now we need a worker in here. We're going to get a marina in there, and then we need to select the type of food we are going to sell. Okay, you can have up to 4 people working in here, which, by the way, market stall are run by women, believe it or not. Okay, and of course the first type of food resource that we are going to have is going to come from the fishing dock. So effectively, the first thing that we are going to sell is going to be fish. Okay, so there you go. I hope that makes sense, guys. If it doesn't, just leave me a comment below and we can do something about it. Okay, now how many nails we got? Let me go down here a second to the camp center. We have a mare. We are going to have a mare house at some stage as well. That would be very nice indeed. And I'm going to apply now the smither to start working here as well. Now, as you can see, they come in to start working on the trading post. And as you can see here, the trading post is on the far left, but I want them to get on with the fishing dock first. So I'm going to click and drag and prioritize the fishing dock. Right. If this works as it should be, see, now starting work on the fishing dock is prioritizing that building. Okay. And at the moment, keep in mind that we are in alpha, that's as far as it goes. Okay. But that's pretty awesome. Now, if we go back to there, they don't have enough food for sale, because we don't have the market, the fishing dock going, sorry. And of course, they want as well the more housing. Okay. Now, I was going to mention that if you click in here, you have this more this population window, which much more detail. I can actually get to that. Now you can see that we have 18 available adults, working 6 of them, and we have 3 laborers. We have 20 open vacancies, guys. Unemployment 50%, men 11%, and women 88%. Now the woman will be sorted out with the stall, market stall, okay? And of course you have here all the other things that we are going to be dealing with, trading wagons and fishing boats and trade boats and all that kind of thing, okay? But this is a very good information window to actually get information from, so you can actually know, or you can know what you're going wrong or what you are going right, okay? That's pretty awesome. So what they say, not enough food for sale and no housing available. Right, so that means at some stage we are going to need some more housing, but we are going to leave that for a second. Now, one thing that we are going to need as well is going to be a farm, and a farm is going to be from production, and this is the farm. Now, farms, I would like to place them down here somewhere. And I'm going to rotate this farm. I'm going to put it this way. And I think next to the trading post will be nice. So I'm going to place that there as well. There we go. Okay. That is the farm there, and it comes last on the queue, as you can see as well. Right. Now, something else I want to mention is this well. Now, the well, let me show you real quick, is filled up with water. This is like pretty much a progression bar. If the water comes right to the left side of the bar, obviously you don't have any water left. Okay, so that's like pretty much like a reserve of the water. Now you can see that as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's right here. I think water. That's all the water we got. Okay, now effectively, let me real quick get out here, put this right in the corner so you can see. Okay, we have 9.1. Now, effectively, whenever they take some water, this figure should go down. Okay, so you will see this water fluctuate quite a lot, and that is because they obviously taking water to take away. That's as simple as that. You can see the progression bar here. You see, okay. So I hope that makes sense to you guys as well. So we have the farm, we have the trading post being built, the fishing dock going as well, very nice indeed, and of course we have as well the boat yard. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Now they're talking about more housing. At the moment we're going to leave it there with the housing. I don't think we're going to do much at all. Something else I want to show you that's really cool. I think it's pretty awesome. I think. Now you will see that when they need a rest, they come into the center of the town and they sit down in this little log. Okay, well, we have the option. We have the option to go to decorations and put some benches. Now, if you put a bench close to a building, let me rotate. They will actually sit down here and rest in here, which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool indeed. I think that is really awesome. I absolutely love that. I'm going to place one here by the smithy as well, I think, because I absolutely love that, and I'll show you later. Maybe we can crank it up a bit. I'll show you. Let me put right there, maybe. Yeah, right there. Okay, with 2 benches there. And then whenever they need to rest, they will come in here and sit down and rest. Okay? So that is a pretty cool thing to do as well. So we dealt with the water. I'll show you how that works. Let me see if this is going to sit down. Is it going to sit down? There you go. Look at that. How cool is that? You see, they come to rest down here. Pretty awesome, huh? It really is. Excellent. Okay, so let's see how are we doing. No enough food for sale, no housing available. Right, we are going to have food soon because these guys are going to be producing fish very soon, and of course we are going to need boats as well. Okay, this is the boat house, that's the trading post, that's the boat yard. Let's change them because I want these 2 buildings to come up first. Okay, that's the idea of it. Okay. And we are going to need some more things as well. Let me see. Hay dryer. Hay dryer is going to be necessary as well. Produces hay from nearby grass. That's pretty cool. Now you have this little icon here that says help. You press on it, it will give you a description or a more detailed description of what the actual building is about. And this says that when you place hay dryers, laborers or cowshed workers will mow nearby grass and leave it for drying to produce hay, and the hay is used as a food for animals in winter, because once we have the farms, hopefully we can have some cows and do different things with it. Okay, so we are going to need some of those at some stage as well, and the cow shed, we are going to need that one as well pretty soon, because food is going to be the next critical thing that we are going to have to deal with, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, but I don't think that we need the hay quite yet. In actual fact, you know what? Now, hay works pretty much like a stall, like a market stall. You don't need building materials to do it. Okay, so I think Where can we build a couple of those, guys? Right, what about here? And even terrain. Can we place a couple of those in here? One in there, maybe one in there. What about if we place one in there? That would be nice. And one here. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes, guys. Because this is all experimenting. You know, we may do things that are absolutely wrong, but we need to get on with it. So there you go. They're building the efficient. I think we are going to crank it up a bit, guys. Let's do it. We are in November. So everyone is going to have a housing to live in the winter. That's going to be pretty cool. And what else we can do, guys? How are we doing it here? Yeah, I'm going to make sure that everyone have workers working on it, because in this game is very easy to mislead that. We have wood 150, firewood 23. I'm going to pop that a bit actually, because winter is coming and we need firewood. How are we doing with the houses? Do they have firewood? 0.39, 0.4, 0.58. This one's a bit greedy, this family here. Yeah, 0.4. And they have plenty of food as well. So we have time. We have time to start bringing some food in. And this is going to be the first thing that we need to deal with. And how are we doing with that? Oh, look, it's just pretty much done. Right, excellent. And of course, the next thing is the boat yard. Okay, we need that big time. They have the hay as well. No hay there. It's not a mowing season. Okay, so as soon as mowing season, I'm expecting the hay to start being drying here. That's going to be pretty cool. And of course, after the hay is being dried, we are going to need a different building, and that building is going to be the hay storage or the hay barrack. Okay, we are going to need that as well. And do you have any pop-up telling you what it is? Hay storage. No, we will deal with that as soon as we have some. You see, this is the progression, but once this is full, we have plenty of hay. Then we can actually build the new building. Okay, as you can see, very complex game, but absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love this game. I think it could be pretty awesome. And I'm hoping to be pretty awesome. Keep in mind as well that we are in alpha. We don't have any religion, health, or education buildings yet. And I'm expecting all these to be huge. I'm expecting that to be pretty huge. So this game, keep an eye for it, because it's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Okay. Now, how are we doing here? Trading post. Oh, we need to deal with the trees as well. Let's ask them to remove a few. Now, I want to build a bridge across the river to go to the other forest section, like a little island on there, and I really would like for that to happen. So I'm going to make a bridge in a second, and then what we can do is pause it, and hopefully they will build a bridge. So, look, you see, this is what I mean. Look at how many forest trees in here, and I think we could build a bridge just about here. What do you think, guys? Oh, there you go. Sorted. Right, so let's go put a worker in here a second, and then we are going to order a boat. Okay, sorted. Of course, we need to order a boat for the fishermen to be able to go up and down the river and fish, and we'll see that eventually. Okay, that's going to be pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Right, bridge. I was saying has to be transportation, and there's a bridge right there. Look. Let's rotate this a second. Can you not? What? Why can you not rotate this? Huh? But this is strange. How can you? Oh, there we go. Right there. Okay, so you click on it and then drag whenever you want. That's pretty cool. Let's build that one in there. Brilliant. And I'm going to pause this a second. Okay, so we have a bridge as well. We have the hay dryers in here. Brilliant. No mowing season. We are dealing with the trading post as well, and of course it's going to be the farmer summer stage as well. Okay, and that is the order that we are building all these things, and you can see here says pause. There you go. Okay, so how are we doing? Still no enough food for sale and no housing available. I'm not going to do any housing at the moment. Let them go, let them build and see what happens. Look at this. This is going to be pretty cool, guys. It's going to be pretty cool. And of course, it's the bridge as well. So now I wonder if the fisherman can go with the boat across the bridge. I'm wondering. Not too sure. Right, winter's coming, guys. Look at that. Winter's coming. And by the way, they will carry on working in winter, okay? This guy is a hard worker, and they will do it. So we need this boat pretty much done sooner rather than later. How are we doing with food? Nothing there to show. Nothing there to sell. How much food we got? Yeah, potato, flour. Yeah, I think that we are right for a second. I think we are going to be just in time to build this boat yard to create more fishing. Well, I'm hoping anyway. So that's the day, okay? But you can see it's just a beautiful little game. Look at right up at the horizon. Looks cold and looks cozy. Looks not really cool. Very cool. Come on, guys, we need this build. How are you doing here? No boats for fishing, okay? So he doesn't have a boat. So I'm going to take this guy away for a second, so he can do something else. Okay? And how many labor are we having here? 2 laborers in here. They're starting to come. I'm waiting for 8 wood. I think this guy is bringing them. Yep, that's it. So it should be pretty much... Yeah, here we go. They're starting to now to build again. There you go. We are going to have a boat yard very soon, guys. This is going to be pretty awesome. Now, what we could do as well is assign the fisherman as soon as the boat yard is done. Mainly because we don't forget then that we have a fisherman going. That will be pretty cool. Okay, there you go. So, 1 worker there. And then we are going to assign 1 worker here as well. Now, we have in order 1 boat, I believe. Fishing boat. Okay. What's that? It's hiring. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that one in a second. So what we have going now, well, we have now the trading post building and the farm. Now, what shall we prioritize, guys? I think we should prioritize the farm first, you know. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I would like this to come up sooner rather than later. And no mowing season yet because we're in winter, very obviously. And I'm really looking forward to see this boat coming up and down, you know, guys. I'm really looking forward to that. There we go. We have now oh, can complete an order in winter. Oh, wow. Okay. Why? Because the river is frozen. I see. Okay. Well, that seems very interesting. That's very interesting indeed. That's pretty cool, actually. So, let's take this guy out then, and so is the fisherman, because we can do anything with our boats. That's pretty interesting, guys. Pretty interesting. I like that fact. Where is he going? Hold on a second. Fishing boat climbing. Oh, it seems to... Is he doing it out? Let me see. Where are you going? Right. Can't complete an order in winter. That's what it is. Okay, so they can complete in winter. But still, they're bringing resources and things. Okay, let me show you something else. Look at this, guys. Let me slow down this a bit so we can actually see better. Look at them, these coats. In winter, they change their appearance. They have these thick coats. You see it? That's pretty awesome, I think. That is a very nice touch. Very nice touch, I think. They get these little tiny coats for winter, and in summer, they wear something different, like little dresses and that kind of thing. That is pretty impressive, I think. I think it's pretty impressive. Okay, so let's crank it up. We are in December, and we are building... Well, we should be building the farm. Yes, they are. There we go. They're building the farm right there. I'm looking forward for this thing as well. Now, let's go to the map a second. Look, I want to show you something else. You see these little roads around here? Well, there are different cities are you know, along the way in the map. Now, whenever we have the trading post up, we can actually trade with all these different people. That could be pretty awesome. This is very nice game. Very well thought, very well designed. Absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent. So I'm looking forward to do some trading and you start bringing different crops and animals, farming animals, and of course more housing. Now, do we do a new house? Because this guy says that we don't have enough housing. Shall we do one more? See what happens. Right, let's do it. What the hell? I'm going to make this one right here, I think. Let me spin this baby around a second. I want a bit more. Maybe that's a good spot, I think. What do you think, guys? Let's do it. Brilliant. Excellent. So that's going to be the last on the queue. Okay. In actual fact, let me put it before that. So there you go. Another house. Hopefully, when you meet all the requirements, and this is the requirements, no enough food for sale and no housing available, you will have new people, villagers coming in to live in our town. And that's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, I think. So we are pretty much in January now. Let's crank it up a bit more and see what happens. And we can actually go from there. See how it goes. Look, the farm is about to be built as well. We are, well, 30%, something like that. But as you can see, pretty intense game. The economy in this game is going to be massive. I can see it coming. It really is going to be pretty awesome. You cannot work in here because you cannot work yet. Okay, so off you go. Right, and as soon as spring hits, we need to assign this guy to work in here. Okay, and that's why I'm wondering if he can't work because the river is frozen. That could be a very interesting fact. The bridge, of course, as well. That could be a very interesting fact, you know. Very interesting. As a priority, I chose the farm. But you can see, look at the trees. Now, can these trees be regenerated? Can we plant new trees? Not too sure. Not too sure. If you know about it, please leave me a comment. See what do you think. But that is why I wanted this bridge in here, because look, the resources in here. So you need to think ahead of disaster, if you like, because it can happen anytime, dude. Now, on the last episode, I planted a few from the decorations, but I think they are just decorations. I don't think that they will grow. See, this I planted these two here. It doesn't seem to me. Oh yes, you can remove them. Oh, so you can plant them. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's do that, shall we? It comes in the decorations, you see. Let's plant a few. Now, if you click Shift, you can actually plant numerous at a time. See it? Let's plant these little tiny ones around here. There we go. That should do it. Okay. We are in January, just about get February. That's going to be pretty awesome. That's going to be very interesting. Okay. And I think that we are pretty much sorted for the spring to come. So I'm hoping this house to be built by the spring as well, and see if we can actually get new villagers coming, new town folks. See how it goes. But as you can see, it's looking pretty decent, I think now. Pretty decent. I think that we establish the mechanics of the game and see what happens, because you never know. Now, how are we doing with the racks? Obviously, not the season yet. And we are going to have to keep an eye on unemployment as well. Employment 55%, woman 88%. Okay. Oh, it's just changed the value, you see. So as things are happening, this is changing as well. So the farm is pretty much done. Pretty cool. Let me slow this down a bit. Look at that. No fields assigned. Right. We can have a manager as well. You know what? I'm going to leave this for the next episode. See what we do in the next episode. It's winter. I don't think that we can do anything on the farm unless we have cattle, which we don't. And I think we are in February. We are doing the market as well. It's coming up. So no fields assigned. So that means that we need an extra field. That's going to be pretty interesting. Okay, I think that we're going to leave it here, guys. What do you think? I think it's looking pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you very kindly for watching it. And if there's anything else that you want me to do, please leave me a comment below, and we can go from there. Remember as well that we will be naming our town. If you're kindly enough, please leave me a comment below with a name for our town and see what happens. I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, take great care.